Today, let's continue learning idiom plus mini story and pronunciation tips. So this is our second day to our series. Here we go. The fruits of your labor, meaning to benefits from your hard work. So this is our mini story. After a long summer of tending to her garden, Maria stood in awe of the bountiful harvest. The pumpkins were plump, and the apples shone with a glossy finish. She invited her friends over for a harvest party, proudly sharing the fruits of her labor. The laughter and joy felt even sweeter because she knew how much effort she had put into her garden. So here's our pronunciation tips. After, okay, so a becomes schwa and r link into a. After, after a long summer of reduction is not of, but it's of. R link into of, summer of, tending toward H drops and O link into E vowel sounds like what sound toward garden. And then pause here. Maria stood in awe and link into of reduction again. The bountiful harvest. T stop because followed by another T harvest. The pumpkins were plump. Pause. And the apples shone with a glossy finish. And reduction is not and, but it's N. It's like letter N. D drops. We pronounce the because the words start with letter A vowel. The apples shone with a link into with the glossy finish. One more time. After a long summer of tending to her garden, Maria stood in awe of the bountiful harvest. The pumpkins were plump and the apples shone with a glossy finish. She invited her friends over for a harvest party, proudly sharing the fruits of her labor. Invited her. T becomes fluffy because between I and E vowels, letter H drops and D link into ER. Invited her friends over for a production, and A becomes schwa for a harvest party. Pause. Proudly sharing the fruits of S link into of reduction, fruits of H drops, fruits of her labor. The laughter and reduction, D drops, joy felt even sweeter. T becomes fluffy because between two vowels, E, sweeter because she knew how much effort she had put in. T becomes fluffy because between U and I vowels, and H drops, to her garden. All right, one more time, listen carefully to how I pronounce the words, the intonation, linking sound, reduction sound, stress words, and the speed. So here you go. After a long summer of tending to her garden, Maria stood in awe of the bountiful harvest. The pumpkins were plump, and the apples shone with a glossy finish. She invited her friends over for a harvest party, proudly sharing the fruits of her labor. The laughter and joy felt even sweeter because she knew how much effort she had put into her garden. All right, guys, there you go. Keep practicing your English. And if you would like to have a one-on-one coaching, you can find a description below where you can purchase my lessons. I'll see you around. Have a good one.